So here we are and the system is broke. American dream has gone up in smoke. So stop sitting there all broken hearted. Let's get this motherfucking party started. Lady Liberty is ringing a bell, and we're driving us straight into hell. But don't worry, we got what you need. Crank up the volume till your eardrums bleed. Go and make America again.
I have to do this again.
Hi.
Wait. We're out here, man.
Hello.
It's fucking 11 o'clock. I found Kenny at the...
It's 2 in the morning.
Oh, for you it's 2 in the morning? Is that what time it is in Virginia?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing it. We're here at SHOT Show for you guys. We're doing it for you guys. My wife is doing it also. All 3 of my kids are awake, and one of them threw up on her. So she's doing that for you also. So I hope everybody has fun.
That's very nice.
Baba Booey, Howard Stern's penis, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. I am in possession of evidence that will lead to the imprisonment of Hillary Clinton. I am not suicidal.
Windy!
It's windy. It's windy. It's windy. It's so windy.
So, Andrew and I are here at the Media Range Day right now.
SHOT Show 2025.
SHOT Show 2025. We got here about 10 minutes before the media was allowed to be here from like 7 to 12. And we got here at like 10 of 12 because that's just how we roll.
Well, we can be here all day, but they're gonna start letting in the real customers now.
Yeah, exactly. But we're gonna go see some cool shit and see what kind of stuff is available for what shit's coming out this year.
Just real media stuff.
Yeah,
Just
real media
stuff.
asking them the real
Actual
questions,
people that
seeing how they act around a couple of
under duress.
cool people. Not gonna be weird at all. We're here with Stetson from Kel-Tec. This is the PR57. Just saw this come out like, this year, relatively recently.
Yeah, it came out last week.
Yeah. Where's the mindset behind this?
So the main concept behind this was a concealed carry weapon that is really lightweight, low recoil, and high capacity.
It's super slim.
Yes, it is at its widest point, I believe, 15/16 of an inch.
Wow.
Weighing at 13.8 ounces unloaded, and still having very minimal recoil. And with the rotating barrel system and the dual refill guide, one of the things that they thought about this is user friendliness, and for when you tear it down to clean it,
Very light, very calm.
you push your trigger forward, comes apart. Easy for cleaning.
Nice. So I'm personally a fan of Kel-Tec. Like I've shot a couple of the guns before. somebody said something recently on the internet which kind of made me laugh, where they said it seems like Kel-Tec it does like a bunch of cocaine, and whatever idea they come up with, they make. And is there any validity to that whatsoever? Because I mean, they're all like, arguably, I think they're super cool, like interesting ideas. But like, I had no idea that there's like a pistol coming out that would be loaded this way in 5.7 of all things, and it just seems so wild that that this exists.
It is really crazy, but 90% of or most of our designs are actually thought up by one man, and that is the owner, George Kelgrim.
So that makes way more sense then.
It's just his hobby.
Yeah.
He's just loving what he's doing and putting out there, and
that's awesome. Like it came to him in a dream kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sick. I mean, there have been worse designs come up with like not as cool materializations. So that's the fact that this all comes from one guy is super interesting. Yeah, we would love to shoot it. Oh.
It'll surprise you when you get some rounds through it. Like how,
I'm sure. Wow. Yeah, that is nice. That's like insane, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of like a laser beam just going straight.
Oh, and it's so weird. Like my thumb naturally went to the mag release, and there's no mag.
It happens every time.
So, yeah, that's kind of sick. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. It's got good weight up top. Polymer frame, so it's all on the slide. But yeah, there was like very little recoil for what it is. I mean, it's very light. I would love to take something like this to the range and play with it some more, because that was super cool.
Well, at $399 MSRP, it's relatively affordable.
Well, and that's another thing. My first gun was almost a Kel-Tec because it was super affordable, and I say almost because I actually had a deposit on it and I needed the money back to pay a car payment. This was like back in the day, but it was almost a Kel-Tec because it was super affordable, and like you can get a relatively inexpensive personal defense weapon or target gun, from you guys.
And it is a lifetime warranty as well.
Sick. That's awesome. Well, thanks for inadvertently being our interview guy, even though you were like, I'm not the media guy.
It's all good.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Industry range day at SHOT Show day one, and I think probably 10 people have stared at me with my beautiful glasses. I've had, I think, 4 people ask me where I got them. So it's a hit.
They really like it. And they want it, and they know the value of protecting your mouth as well as your eyes.
Absolutely. We've lost our friends, so we don't have any cell service out here in the desert.
We're completely unsupervised.
They left us unsupervised and abandoned.
SHOT Show 2025, Industry Range Day. We're definitely supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Anybody ask you about your experience with Chinese media yet?
No, but he just asked me if I'm with T-Rex Arms.
What?
That guy just asked me if I was with T-Rex Arms.
You should just say some like out-of-pocket pro-gay shit and be like, yeah, I'm here for T-Rex Arms.
Yeah.
I love sucking dick in a good way, in a big way.
The T-Rex Arms LGBTQ outreach.
Yeah. Yeah, we're part of a new program from T-Rex Arms that's all about pro-gay, pro-trans.
All right, so this is our Raider X to the 6320 test. And you drop your fire control unit in there, any P320 slide barrel that you want. Right, get that right there. 1.5-inch SBR stock, and you just gotta compress that back in there. You got a 50-pound spring on the bottom. This has got an ambi safety on the bottom, an ambidextrous charging handle that's made by Tactical Development. Magazine here and here. It's your spare magazine. Well, you can drop your magazine there. Drop the magazine, half press, drops just that. But a full press on this, drops both magazines.
Oh, man.
Whoa. How about it?
It's okay, it's got a new manual safety on it, so you can drop it, it's fine. The one on the top, There you go. Oh no!
Dead in the street.
Run it.
I'm dead. Eat that. Wow, that's crazy. It takes a minute to get used to, and like dropping the hammer on the empty mag and then dropping the mag by accident. I want to know why that happened.
You didn't have to make it all the way.
No. Okay. Well, I'm just an asshole then.
You are an asshole.
Yeah. No, that's sick.
The cardinal sin, which is you don't get the brace all the way out, you gotta stock it, and it pops off, and
Yeah.
you hit yourself in the eyebrow with the red dot.
I thought the cardinal sin is where you put it in your mouth and pull the trigger.
Don't do that.
I think, yeah.
That's sick.
More than once.
How's it feel?
It feels good. It works just like you want it to. It feels like a video game controller. It's really cool. I typed that one up for you.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's like Call of Duty.
Yeah, no, literally, I was about to say.
How's it feel?
I like that. So the button is progressive, where you push it harder and it moves faster in and out,
Yeah.
and it works way better than I expected it to. I expected it to be, clunky.
Yeah. Twitchy.
What's that?
Like twitchy.
Yeah, so like it's easy to push it a little bit and not hard to push it a lot.
Cool.
Feels like a video game controller.
This is Eric. You've been following the Instagram, you know. He's a sexy man. What's your first impression right now? So this is his first SHOT Show ever. This is the first day. It's not even the official SHOT Show yet. We're at the media range day. What are your thoughts?
Yeah,
so far?
I think it's phenomenal, dude. Like, just the people here, the products, getting to shoot, like, it's incredible. Like, it's a shooter's dream. I mean, there's not enough time in the day to do everything you want to do, and it's an
Especially when you
experience.
don't get here until noon.
Yeah. Media fashionably late, but no, this is a once in a lifetime experience, man. And
we're gonna do it every year.
oh yeah,
I think. Love you. All right, so we're here with Will from PepperBall, and PepperBall's been a company that we've seen advertised all over Instagram, social media, and whatnot, but I personally don't know a ton about them, and with as many people as that we get talking about alternative means of self-defense, figured we'd take a second to talk about it and try to hash out, the legitimacy of it and whatnot. It sounds like it's pretty. I saw the flashbang there, and I forget what the gentleman used over there, but
The blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, my question to you is for people who are getting into firearms ownership, getting into something essentially where they just need something for self-defense. I see you guys advertised a lot, but as far as the utility, I don't know anything about you guys as far as like real world uses and whatnot, but for somebody who's trying to get into something that is going to help protect them, how easy is it to get into something like PepperBall to buy and to be used as a alternative to a firearm?
Yeah, PepperBall's a great alternative, especially for someone that's either getting into firearms themselves that's a little apprehensive in the sense that there's no recoil to manage. It gets you familiar with just basic firearm safety rules, managing it. There's a magazine process. Aiming process is the same as a firearm, just not the fear of the recoil of it and then the actual bullets, and it's not classified as a firearm. As far as home defense, there's a lot of people that either don't want a firearm in the house because they have children in the house, or the states won't allow it, whatever state they may be coming from, just policies. And so what this does is you can get a solid polymer round or some type of inert PAVA type round. It's a good deterrent. It's a first line defense. And so kind of like we were talking earlier, if you're inside your room, you hear that someone's inside your house, you can deploy this underneath the door. It's going to push that PAVA outside from underneath the door as well. And you were talking about the blast earlier as well. A lot of people like that. They give it to family members. It's something that's very quick and easy. It has a 9-gram payload. It's initiated by the nitro CO2 pretty much. And so if you're out running, you have some type of protection to create distance. If there's someone that's trying to assault you in any way, it's just a point and push, and then you just create distance and then go, get help from there. But as far as the PepperBall system itself, they have a pistol version, they have typical launchers, so it's a familiar feel if you've ever gone paintballing or anything like that. It's the same concept. just in a different form with a little bit of a higher pressure and different type of projectiles that are a little more stiff. And so when they hit the person, you have a good kinetic force transfer, and it's a good deterrent and to create distance and time for yourself.
Cool. Yeah, the blast the gentleman was showing, I thought that was pretty cool. As far as that versus pepper spray, is there any reason why you would recommend something like that over a can of like OC spray or something like that? Or is it just an alternative?
It's an alternative. So pepper spray is a great alternative in the sense that it's liquid. You know, depending on the type you have, if it's a Mark IV, Mark 9 and up, the distance is going to be a big thing. The liquid's going to hit and stick, whereas this, it's very simple to carry. It almost looks like a pen in a sense.
Yeah.
And it's going to shoot out and propel the powder. It's about 9 grams of payload, and it's going to go about 6 feet to 9 feet distance is optimal. And so what it does is it creates a big cloud. So one, it distracts your vision. It's usually going to shut your eyes down, and it gives you just time to just run and create distance is a big thing. But it's not a replacement. It's an alternative to those type of tools as well.
That makes sense. I like what you said about being able to deploy the PepperBall system underneath a door, because I think that's something that we've seen in the media with that Olympian or whatnot. Obviously, he got charged with murder, but you know, being able to use something for self-defense without being 100% sure on what is actually on the other side of the door, without exposing yourself to that potential threat, and on the off chance that it is a family member or something like that, you know, you end up with a pretty bad story instead of ending up in the news over a case of bad judgment. So
exactly. A lot of things happen when you're under stress and duress, and so at least it's an alternate force option to where it's not catastrophic at the end if it's a bad deployment in a sense. And so it will clear the area at least. And it's all about creating time and distance in those situations so that you can get first responders on scene as quick as possible.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk, man.
No problem. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I was going to ask him about this gun, but he kind of ran off on me. I don't know what here.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful.
Just swipe down just like
Appears to be some sort of pistol caliber carbine.
Beautiful.
Made by Boerger. Takes Glock mags.
Take the pad here.
Yeah.
The freehand, just lock it back in. Kind of webby.
Left side charging handle, non-reciprocating.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Pretty good list of features.
Wow.
It works. Now, what does it shoot? What is this?
6.5 Creed.
I've never shot a 6.5 Creed. You believe that? What is this called?
That is a Ruger precision rifle.
Ruger precision rifle.
Yes, this is the newest generation with the updated stock. So
Is this a foldy boy?
it's a foldy boy.
Can I fold it?
Wait.
Oh, yeah, you got
Now
it.
you can.
I see. So not a shooter folded, right? Like this is just for storage.
It's for storage.
That's cool though. You kind of see get that. You see the bolt come through there. Don't stick your fingers in there. This is hazardous for children.
This actually, when this comes out, fold that stock. Fold the stock.
Oh, shut up. You're gonna do something cool, huh?
It's just got a little storage deal back here.
What? You can keep Skittles in the fucking bolt, dude.
Right. Right. That just pops off, and you can use extra tools.
Tools.
Right. Tools. Skittles.
Yeah. Skittles can be a tool.
Skittles. Yes.
Did I hit it?
Sure.
Whatever you said, boss.
Hit us. Hit us. Yeah, we hit this. Yeah, you're it.
He zeroed you optic.
Really?
Man, that trigger's more sensitive to my G-spot.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's still super smooth. There's like hardly any recoil. That was really awesome. Wow, what a cool experience. All right, I gotta go talk to this man now. Like the recoil was like practically non-existent. It was super smooth to shoot, and also on top of it, I'm kind of new to it. Obviously, it's the first time I've ever shot a revolver, which is really great. And so to have someone walk me through the process, show me the actual like machinery of the gun itself was really awesome, and that's like a super positive for me. So I will definitely remember Spohr. For sure. All right, STP. I'm not familiar with the brand.
Yeah, I tell you, it's STP from Germany, from Bavaria. We make 1911 and 2011s high premium competition guns.
So I have been told then that you guys are relatively new in the market.
Yeah. Not new in the market, but new in the US.
New in the U.S. Okay, so new in the
doing it
U.S.
in Germany for like 20 years or something like 20 years.
Okay, so just breaking into the U.S. market. That's okay. That's exciting. And you said you're focusing mostly on competition guns. Are you going to be? I know Glock and Sig both do kind of competition runs. Do you plan on doing any kind of tour?
It's not only competition. We also make classic 1911s.
Okay.
Or like the SWAT 4-inch carry version.
Okay.
So I think everybody who likes 19 and 2011s will find a model that pleases him.
Okay, awesome.
This is Woody from Woox. Woox makes a bunch of really cool wood furniture for ARs, shotguns, lever guns. I was just telling him, first time I saw you guys was on the Lead and Steel page. Noticed you guys have a Promethean on there.
Yeah.
Big question I have is there a benefit to wood furniture other than it just looking super sexy?
So that's the biggest benefit, in my opinion. It does look super sexy. Yeah, I mean, it's to each their own. Like I was saying, it's a niche thing. It's a niche product. I personally like the feel of wood, and like a lot of people do. It's not for everybody on your assault rifles or your AR style rifles, or even some lever guns are starting to become more tactical and so on and so forth. The thing about Woox that's always stood out is they're so good at blending that classic style and feel with kind of the new school, with your Picatinis, your M-locks, all that stuff. And so I think just the entire feel altogether is what makes Woox stand out.
That was one of the things I noticed about this is you've got the M-lock rail built into the wood here.
Yes.
And I feel like that's a big hang up for people with like traditional wood furnitures.
Correct.
They don't have that blend of tactical application with the aesthetics of wood.
100%.
And no, I'm definitely in your boat, as far as I think it looks super, super sick.
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah. And we just came out with the Bravado. This is our release for SHOT Show this year. It's our lever furniture specifically for Henry.
Yep.
And we can accommodate up to 116 SKUs. Henry has a lot of SKUs, but pretty good start for just coming out with our lever furniture, being able to accommodate that many. And it all comes down to our adapters and the way we combine the wood into the frame of the Henry. But it's being very well received so far. Really cool, and it has that same Woox style as our bolts, as our shotguns, our AR furniture. Again, blending that classic with the new school with your M-lock rails in the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock position. They added an M-lock on the side gate side of your stock so you can accommodate a cartridge quiver, adjustable cheek riser. Yeah, I mean, just all this stuff that Woox puts into the products, they put into the Bravado. And this is actually a collaboration with Mad Pig Customs. We worked with Steve for the last year on this. So we're all just very excited to release it, and we're getting a lot of good feedback already.
That's awesome. I love specifically like with the Henrys, with the comeback of lever guns.
Right. Yep.
Laws have a lot to do with that. People are looking to lever guns as an alternative to ARs and whatnot.
100%.
You can have a Henry or any lever gun, but a Henry specifically for you guys that
Yes.
doesn't have any tactical application. You can buy your furniture with the M-lock rails on
Correct.
it already
Yep.
and turn that lever gun into something.
And going back to the whole, lever guns are becoming a lot more tactical these days. Not everybody likes that, so this kind of gives you that mix, you know what I mean? So you still have that classic style, but it's got that mix of, the current, today's accessories, being able to mount today's accessories on it with your M-lock and your
That's
stuff
sick,
like
man.
that. So it's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Any plans to do anything besides Henry rifles?
Yeah, so that's definitely the discussion, but they, just rolling it out initially.
You have to start somewhere, yeah.
100%. So that's kind of where we're starting. We're kind of seeing how the feedback is and how it's received. And like I said, just in the last few hours since it's been, thrown online, we're getting We're
That's
getting
fun.
our followers are very excited about it. So
Some of the earlier Mad Pig lever guns that are like gonzo maximalist, as tactical as possible.
Right.
And I think that this is a really interesting, like you were saying, balance between the aesthetics of the wood and the functionality.
absolutely, and I think that's where Woox shines. So I think that the lever action it just makes sense with Woox. You know
Yes.
what I mean? And with Steve and Mad Pig and their insight and expertise, being a subject matter expert with lever guns, it was a great relationship, and it was a lot of fun, designing and testing, building this.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, man.
thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all coming by.
Yeah, absolutely. What were you saying about the lever gun?
So yeah, you at the Woox booth, you were talking to the guy about the legality of a lever gun for home defense in some banned states, and there's a lot to be said for that, not just in the banned states, but also in places where it's not that gun friendly, or if you shoot somebody, you might have to go in front of a jury if there's a DA who wants to make a name for himself or whatever. And there's some research, I don't have it handy because I'm in the middle of the desert, but there's some research that shows that having a more traditional looking gun makes juries less likely to find you guilty of murder, even if all the facts in the case are the same.
Oh,
There's
man.
a video James Reeves did about it that's really interesting. And so, usually when you use that more traditional looking rifle, you give stuff up. But if you're using the Woox gun with the M-lock slots down the rail, you can still put a light on your home defense gun.
Yeah.
But get the benefits of, a traditional grandpappy's deer blaster gun that never did no harm,
Yeah, exactly. Good point.
Yeah, thank you.
A 9mm striker fire handgun designed for consumer home. And
Designed like specifically for home defense.
it is, yeah.
That's cool. Why a handgun and not like a shotgun or a rifle?
Why handgun, not shotgun? KRCA would be the best way to answer the question. I just started here with this platform. I think it just was, you start with a 9mm, it's like a lot more concealable. You can still maintain, you can put it on your nightstand. So the goal is to be able to still put this on your nightstand.
Biometric access to the basic functions of your firearm. People are like really hostile to this idea. Have you encountered like a lot of this like resistance, like kind of, I don't want to call them like Luddites, but just the discomfort people have with the idea of putting something between you and pulling the trigger?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for us, it's not going to end up being for everyone. We want people to have an option. I think, honestly, reception has been pretty positive. So for a lot of people in that sense, it's just it's not for me. A lot of people get it, and it's definitely dependent on the use case. So I think we've seen a pretty good reception as well. Yeah. I think people understand it more and more now. You're more used to it with your phones or other things, and you can see it actually provides more ease to using the technology than other ways you could do it as well. So, having a physical device or an unlocking system adds even more friction. So I think for people, this is picking up and you use it how you're comfortable with already. You're getting comfortable more and more, and all this technology continues to be faster and faster. So ultimately, it's not reducing your reliability and it's not slowing you down, but it's providing that extra safety to make sure you're confident it's working just for you.
And so technology's advanced. The systems are easier to use. They're smaller, they're cheaper, they're faster, they're better. But there's also been a big demographic shift in gun owners. There's a lot of new gun owners that aren't coming in with all this baggage from however many years of fighting against gun control. Do you feel like some of that's part of it? Do you feel like there's people that are more receptive to this because they just, it just seems like a good intuitive idea to them?
Yeah, definitely both that, and then I think also for someone newer to firearms, that additional layer of safety gives them a lot more peace of mind. It might make it actually more approachable for them, and they might feel more comfortable. It might not have ever felt as comfortable in the past. It's not a bad thing, right, to have a gun safe, to go through all those layers of security before accessing your firearm, but each of those steps kind of makes it a little harder for someone to be okay, so I get my gun, and then I have to have safe, and the lock, and all that stuff. And so we really want people to feel approachable and safe. And it's not going to be for everyone, but we want to provide that additional peace of mind, that gun you can put on your nightstand. We know a lot of people are going to lock all their other guns up in their gun safe, but for the home defense situation, a lot of people want to have that ease, that consistent peace of mind. And especially, newer owners, people with kids, all this stuff, they really, want to find their way into it.
Hey guys, nobody in the room.
In
Yeah,
today's
dude.
episode of Anthony's 288 Speed of Function, I just realized I left my backpack at Ruger booth.
Oh, good
So I'm
job.
gonna go-
You were at the Ruger booth for about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So.
We're in a room. We're in a room. In a room. Rooms.
What is it? It's not.
It's not. All right, we're doing a crash course on how to end up in jail.
Your government doesn't like you, don't trust them.
Don't break more than two laws at the same time. That's really the thing.
Don't get caught breaking the law at the same time.
Yeah, are you recording? Sick.
That's your B-roll right there.
Yeah.
Kids, that's how it's done.
That's it. That's it.
All right, that's a wrap. Let's go.
This is Adam from Holosun. We were told he knows a couple things about the brand, which is important if we're going to have this conversation. But
I mean, they lied to you, but I mean, I will gladly talk to us in front of the
dude, you're selling it really well so far. So
So you guys have new products. You've got a new tiny laser, a new light. What segment of the market are you going after with this?
So, obviously, we're going after different markets. So if you guys knew our original lights and lasers, those had anything from like just a visible laser or IR laser all the way up to like, you know, you could mount an optic on top of it. You had white light. It really is able to hit the guys who are hunting, the guys who are out just night vision blinking, the guys who just want a laser for the PCC. And it gets you the different price points. The one thing I hate, you know, if I need something for my kids and I say I want, you know, this, which is just a visible laser, I don't want to buy the top end thing just to get the visible laser. I want to buy just the visible laser.
Right.
So this gets you those different options so you guys can buy what you want and not have to go above and beyond what you want to get. Like I said, we do have our new, the Iris, which is probably going to steal the show again this year. And so this has anything from Iris 1 to Iris 4. The 4 being kind of has everything, including white light, IR illuminator, visible laser, and IR laser. The cool thing kind of with the Iris sets it apart is this guy right here is a gliding kind of switch mechanism that increases or decreases the field of the IR illuminator. So most of you guys remember if you use night vision, the little knob back here on like everything. And when you had gloves on, you would just be like, it'd be like wide open or wide shut or like completely closed. Now you can kind of do it as you shoot and you can make the adjustment as you're doing things.
That's cool.
Which with gloves on, this is like, it's tactile enough where you feel like click, 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 you know. The Raid is the other new guy, which is one of my favorites because obviously I use white light more than anything else possible.
Most people do.
Right. We all want to be tactical. We all want to kick a door in. But the reality is we're probably going to use...
White light's super tactical.
I mean, most of us use this light to find the car keys that we dropped in the snow.
Yeah.
That's what most of us are doing. So both these have crane switches, so you're not buying any special mounting system in terms of the switches. It does come with one of our mini switches, which I'll show you guys. This does have M-Lock and Picatinny mounts that come with it, but also it has the white light head. You can also buy, we're going to have an aftermarket IR head as well.
Sure.
So you'll be able to do that as well. Which I'm a huge fan of because an IR head is going to be a great option to have. You just toss one
throw it on real quick.
Exactly.
That's cool.
The new Ames Pro, which is this guy, and so the Pro has a kill flash on here, and so you can flip that down and not have it, or you can leave it up and have a kill flash. It kind of deflects and make sure that you're not shining the light off the front of the glass and then back at somebody.
Yeah.
We also have, and this is kind of that smaller switch I was talking about. That's the typical switch you're going to see ship with these.
Yeah.
We are testing some other switches with multiple different kind of mechanisms on there. This is the new etched reticle prism though, or prism dot. And so this is going to have etched in reticle, so you have astigmatism. This doesn't affect astigmatism one bit. It does have 2032 battery on the side, a QD mount, and it's got it has a BDC built in as well. Obviously you got to fix it to whatever ammo you're using and the gun you're using. So that's going to be a cool one. Then we have the RO, the advanced rifle optic. Think of the SCRS, the solar charging rifle sight, which is one of my favorite optics. That's this guy, but now you have a battery tray on the side. You can control your brightness settings up here. Same mount you like, subdued logos on the sides. So really cool. And then for gentlemen like yourselves, obviously, they have the finer taste.
You're saying
in life.
a lot.
I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
That tells you they like the finer things in life.
Yeah, I didn't button my top button.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm enjoying
Neither.
it.
He's a gentleman also.
Hey, we do have the RO EVO, or RO Evolved, and that has your solar panel up on top, kind of like your SCRS. You're going to have your battery tray on the side. your real sturdy, durable mount there. But then also you're going to have a kill flash and flip caps as well. So you can protect that if you're out in the woods or you're fighting Ukraine, wherever you're doing. You have all those different options. So again, for finer gentlemen like yourselves, of course, you would want the RO Evolved because you're evolved men.
I shot that in there and really liked it. I don't know enough about it to know why, but I did like it. So that's something for gentlemen out there that don't know shit. That's a nice optic.
It does, yes. Great options. A lot of these will be out Q1, Q2 of this year. Some will be later on, obviously based on the optic. And then the digital pistol sight, which you guys probably got to see. We're working on getting that out as well.
That's sick as hell.
Yeah, that's gonna be a really cool one. Obviously, we're working out some final kinks and just kind of critiquing it to where we want it to be. But that's gonna be a big one, is having thermal of that size packet right there.
Sick.
So
I have a quick hypothetical question for you.
I have a hypothetical answer.
All right. Money's not an object. It's legal to do drugs. What would you want Holosun to come out with if the technology was available within the next few years?
So my recommendation to them was if you had something like the Ames or the Ames Max, that bigger one you guys have seen, I told them I would put a new battery tray up top, separate battery tray, and put a camera in it. And be able to, and I would want it slaved with the red dot in the bottom. So as you change the reticle, like up and down, left and right, it changes the camera, and then you could download that. Obviously,
that's sick.
You drain the battery like crazy.
Yeah.
But the thought is, I'm shooting competition. I'm having fun with my buddies. We're shooting trash in the backyard.
Yeah.
I can download that video with USB-C.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, how cool would that be? To be like,
and it's gonna make selfie videos way more interesting.
You did say drugs are legal at this point.
Drugs are legal, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, things are getting wild. Yeah. I've been
Is it flagging if you're flagging yourself?
Hey, I mean,
We'll call it the Kurt Cobain special.
Yeah, if it's on the shotgun there.
Kids, this is why you don't do drugs.
Yeah, but if they were legal, that's what we would have. We're getting there. Maybe in Trump's America.
See what Papa Trump does.
Sick, man. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks, Adam.
Buddy. Yep. Hey, thank you. Camera guy won't shake your hand. He's very diligent to make sure nothing moves.
He's so
We're not
cheeky.
shaking. Oh!
He has a name, we just can't remember.
Yeah. Oh, that's why he put his name on it. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Oh, the targets are nuts. That's sick. You see in it? Guys, just look down real quick. Wow.
So this is not a light. This is the thermal sensor that transmits the data to the display.
That's gnarly.
Wireless. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on. Hold still. I'm taking a picture. Do different poses. I'm taking a picture. Put your finger through the knife suggestively.